Alright, I'm gonna start this one off by saying that I am half white, but I'm also half Hispanic. And so, that being said, I'm giving my account of an event that I was at like years and years ago. Well, not years and years ago, but a few years ago when Stephanie was alive. Now, keep in mind, my real dad, who's Mexican, left when I was just a baby. And so I was cut off from all contact with his side of the family tree. So I do not know diddly doo dah yippee frickin' kaye about my Mexican culture, okay? I've had to learn the hard way. And this is definitely one of those times. Okay, so it was a few years ago and they were celebrating some Mexican holiday. I forget what it was. I'm pretty sure it was Cinco de Mayo. And I told either Maya or Stephanie, can you please tell your family that I do not speak Spanish because I do not want there to be a language barrier. And here's the thing, you can't trust Google Translate for shit. Okay? I'm afraid if I try to look up the translation to "How are you today, good sir?" I'm afraid the translation in Spanish will actually read out to "Go screw yourself, you ass wipe." I can't trust it for shit. But anyway, I get to the event. They were so caught up planning the event, they forgot to tell their family that I do not speak Spanish. And so Stephanie was having a fight with her boyfriend, Zach. And so she was basically being a stick in the mud the whole time. And don't worry, it gets better. And and so I met, I met Maya's cousins and her aunts, her uncles. First of all, when you're at an event like that, you gotta meet the grandparents first. They're always the nicest. Well, here's the thing. Her real name, I can't really say because she'll get mad. She's named after both of her grandmas. First part of her name is after her grandma on her mom's side, and the one from her grandma from her mom's side was really nice, and she passed away like 10 years ago or so. And the only grandma she has is verbally abusive. The second I told her that I do not speak Spanish, she damn near called me El Diablo Blanco, which is white devil. Okay? That's a little much. I'm just like, well, it's nice to meet you, ma'am. And she's just like, so after I survive that round, at one point I go over to talk to some of her guy cousins and to make conversation. They asked me after, like we had a few, laughs, jokes around and stuff. And one of them, now, I only talked to the people that I knew could speak English. I knew for a fact could speak English. And the second he offered me a Corona, I told him, now I do not drink alcohol, and so I use that as I used the fact that I was like 17 or so as an excuse. He's just like, come on, man, no one's gonna tell the cops. I'm like, well, honestly, I don't drink alcohol at all. The second I said that, I ended up with 10 freaking switchblades pointed at my freaking face. I'm like, it's apparently to them, because I'm half white, apparently to them, they thought I was wearing a freaking wire. I mean, like, why would I be wearing a freaking wire to an event like this? What the hell? And so once they realized I was clean, I went to sit down. All of a sudden, apparently at Mexican events like that, there's a point when everyone starts forming a line and they gather everyone in the room to get on the dance floor and do the circle thing. And I am used to doing like Michael Jackson moves and hip hop moves on the dance floor. That I'm fine with. And I did some of those dance moves and everyone was like cheering me on, cheering me on. And then later on, when the whole circle thing dispersed, and like they play the Spanish version of Achy Breaky Heart. And yeah, that's a thing. One of her girl cousins walks over to me and asks me if I want to dance with her. I'm like, sure. And here's the thing. The way that Hispanic people dance with each other and the way that white people dance with each other is completely freaking different. Because the way white people dance together, when it comes to like slow dancing, it's just like, almost like you're freaking hugging. The way Hispanics dance, it's more like, uh, uh, and I was so lost. I damn near looked like an illegal immigrant at a freaking Trump rally. I swear to God. I was so lost and so nervous. And she could tell that I was nervous, and she's just like, do you think I'm ugly or something? I'm like, because I don't know how to dance with you does not mean I think you're ugly. What the hell? And plus, I don't think most of y'all know. Women in my community, okay, Hispanic women are freaking gorgeous. Okay, I'm throwing that out there. So once I barely survived that round, I'm so uncomfortable and I'm just so miserable. I walk over to Stephanie and I see that she's at this table with somebody. And I I walk over to her and ask her if she wants to dance. Because a slow song was starting to play. Because I actually requested a slow song, and I walk over to her, ask her to dance. Apparently the person she was talking to was her dad. And apparently at a Mexican event, when you want to dance with a girl and she's at a table with her dad, you do not ask the girl to dance first. You ask her dad for his permission to ask his daughter to dance. Nobody freaking told me that. Because the second I walked up to Stephanie and asked her to dance, he damn near pulled a switchblade out on me. But then she said something in Spanish to him, basically telling him to go screw himself. And so we went to the dance floor and I helped cheer her up. And then finally some good happened to me. And it was near the end of the event. I went to the bathroom to collect myself because I'm thinking, whew, I made it. The second I walk back into the room, everyone's just clapping. I'm like, am I the president or something? Turns out, Stephanie walked up to the DJ, grabbed the mic, and told her family in Spanish that I do not know Spanish and why I don't know Spanish. The second that I walked back in the room and they gave me a standing ovation, each and every one of those people that were mean to me, even those who gave me shit because I thought they couldn't speak English, and I and apparently they knew I couldn't speak Spanish. The second I was like, sorry if I offended you, and she's like, oh, we were just busting your balls, man. I damn near had a freaking heart attack at this freaking event. And it turns out they could speak English the whole freaking time. Just those that weren't speaking English to me. They could speak English the entire freaking time. And they waited until the very last minute to tell me that. because they thought it would be funny to see a half white, half Hispanic douchebag freak out like an idiot. And when Maya was about to, I got in the car with Maya, and the second I was about to, like, sit in her car, and she was about to take me home, she was like, Tristan, I turn around. The entire freaking party, minus her dad and her abusive grandma, were behind me, asking me to come back for like some other event. I'm like, yeah, sure. And when I went to that event, everyone was nice to me. Everyone spoke English to me, and they asked me if I had given, learning Spanish another try. And I'm like, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. Because you gotta admit, you gotta understand. I was so afraid of offending anybody at that event, and luckily, turns out I was being a little bitch. I'm not gonna lie. But now that Danielle's my goddaughter, they're my family. So it all worked out in the end. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I felt the need to do a funny video, because apparently y'all think it's hilarious when I freak out like this. Just because with the events of last week, I felt it necessary to do a funny video like this, because I just wanted to tell the story and I wanted to lighten everyone's mood. So, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, stay awesome, everyone. Bye.